Over 150,000 people are expected to attend the world's largest annual tech show tomorrow in Las Vegas. CES, formerly known as the Consumer Electronics Show, showcases the latest business technology and new consumer electronics. This year's event is expected to highlight innovations in 5G, artificial intelligence, and data analytics. CNET Senior Managing Editor Dan Ackerman is there and joins me now. Hi, Dan. Good to see you.
Hey, guys.
So tell us, what are the biggest trends this year and why?
Well, I'll tell you, at the CES show, which does not technically start until tomorrow, the big secret is, I've learned over the years, is that a lot of the big news really comes out the day or two before, especially about the really big topic that everybody cares about, and I don't care what's super trendy, whether it's 5G or AI, the real reason people come to this show is for really big TVs. So we've already seen some gigantic TVs. Samsung yesterday showed off something they showed off before, but a new version of the Wall. They call it the Wall, and it can go up to 292 inches wide because it's made up of these micro LED panels that you can configure to like fit your wall. Now, as a New York apartment dweller, I probably don't need an almost 300-inch TV, but I'd be willing to try.
Well, a couple of new companies are also offering OLED TVs, right? OLED TVs. What is significant about that?
You know, OLED is everyone's favorite TV technology right now. The micro LEDs that Samsung is coming out with just about now are also going to be just about as good. But OLED, LG makes OLEDs, Sony makes them. Some new guys are getting into that now, like Vizio, which makes a lot of good budget TVs. So these have always been very, very high-end TVs. So with Vizio making OLED TVs, and almost everyone at CNET who has a big TV has an OLED, and that should tell you something. Hopefully they'll get less expensive for people. But if you want a really, really expensive one, LG has a giant one that rolls up, almost like an old projector screen. So it just sits in a little box on your like coffee table or on your credenza, and it just comes out and then hides when you're not watching it. It's only $60,000, so you know, just start saving now.
Hey, yeah, the next generation of hidden TV screens, right? All right. And so I hear new business laptops will be showcased as well. What will those feature? Do you know?
Yeah, you know, a lot of laptops and a lot of gaming PCs, we're going to see a lot of that later this week, but a couple of them have snuck out a little bit beforehand. I like that a lot of them are adding 5G, which is the super fast data networks that phones are going to get, starting a little bit last year, but definitely moving into 2020. So they're going to add that to a bunch of laptops, like Dell has a new Latitude 9150 that's supposed to, number one, last for 30 hours on a battery charge. I'm a little dubious, but if they get close to that, I'm very excited. But also has 5G, so it's like you're connected to your office speed network everywhere, even if you're at a coffee shop or at an airport, if you have 5G service. And I appreciate what HP did on one of their business systems called the Dragonfly. You ever see those little tile trackers people put on their keys so they don't lose them? Well, they put a tile inside this laptop, so if you leave it somewhere you can't find it, you could ping it the same way you would a tile for your keys.
Oh, I love that. I need that for a lot of things in my life. All right, so Dan, what else do we have to look forward to?
You know, I think we're going to see this week a lot of people getting in on the trend of flexible and foldable screens. Samsung, of course, had their foldable screen phone last year. I think this is the year when everyone else says, we want to get in on this too. And it's not just phones. You're going to see it in tablets and laptops. Imagine a laptop that's just like a big tablety screen, but you fold it in half, and then it becomes like a little clamshell with an on-screen keyboard, and it becomes smaller, or you can unfold it and make it bigger. So a lot of screens are going to end up being made, let's say, of plastic materials that are flexible and bend and fold. I don't know if they're all going to work out, but it's certainly worth experimenting with.
But is it the kind of thing where you get to choose your size?
Exactly. It could be a little.
That's great.
It could be a little book like this, or you can unfold it and have like a big iPad-style tablet. And the screens are made of plastic, and hopefully they're well protected. So it's not glass; they won't just shatter if you drop them. But these foldable screens also have a lot of concerns about how durable they are. So it's going to be a wait and see on that.
I like the idea. Sign me up if it's not too expensive. All right, Dan Ackerman, thank you so much for all your insight. Thanks so much.